Nadine, so what are Ramaphosa's plans on helping communities get back on their feet?
So the first thing he did was he had National Treasury released 1 billion rand immediately. That was about a week ago, and now more funding will be mobilized through the fact that he declared a national state of disaster. That's in terms of the funding, and he already said on Thursday that this won't be enough, and we will need more funding to rebuild and recover. The biggest priority at the moment is providing shelter to the more than 14,000 households who have been left homeless in KwaZulu-Natal. So the government is currently building some temporary shelters. They've also provided repair vouchers for some people to repair their houses, and they've identified land parcels where new temporary shelters can be built. But Ramaphosa said that, the humanitarian relief in terms of accommodation has not been adequate, and that people must be moved with greater speed to temporary accommodation as winter is starting to sweep over South Africa, not only in the form of those floods, but it is becoming colder. And that's been the priority. The government has also provided social relief grants, including food vouchers for affected families and burial vouchers, as well as vouchers for school uniforms. But those are all once off, just for this month. After that, people will kind of be on their own.
Well, Ramaphosa has also tackled the question of potential looting of relief funding. He did that pretty head on. What did he have to say?
Well, yes, and that's of course after the Special Investigations Unit found that more than 8 billion rand was spent irregularly on COVID-19 related government procurement, and 62% of those procurement processes were irregular. So this time around, as you said, they will be conducting audits throughout in real time to make sure there's no wastage or fraud. And Treasury will also be strengthening its reporting requirements, and it will be publishing the details of all the disaster-related procurement by public institutions on Treasury's website, so the public can scrutinize it at all times. He's also established an ad hoc joint committee consisting of 20 government officials who have been tasked to oversee the disaster response, and they are going to report back in November. They're supposed to monitor it. But, despite this, opposition parties have openly expressed their distrust in Ramaphosa's efforts to curb disaster. And some said that they don't trust Ramaphosa will keep these promises of keeping out corruption, because he has been making these promises for years, and he failed to keep them during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, thanks very much, Nadine Theron, there for us in Cape Town.